Around 2,000 years ago, Arab countries and northwest China's Ningxia Autonomous Region were major trade partners along the ancient Silk Road. Long trains of camels carrying goods came in from the desert transporting silk, jewelry, and spices, and narrow alleys were always crowded with merchants. Those who traveled along the route in the past left behind fascinating stories. The same spirit that made the Silk Road thrive is now being revived, with renewed trade and economic cooperation between Arab countries and China. Ningxia has played the role of emissary, with locals using their Arabic language skills to meet the demand of booming Sino-Arab trade. Ghada Ahmed is from Tunisia. She teaches Arabic at the Ningxia Muslim International Language College in Yinchuan, the regional capital of Ningxia. She said she has been a beneficiary of the increasing trade between China and the Arab world. Back in 2009, Ghada never thought that she would marry a Chinese man until she met Wang Zhigang, a Muslim from central China's Hunan province, at a Chinese company that was doing business in Tunisia. The company was there for residential housing construction projects. The company's expansion required it to recruit local employees to work as interpreters.
Ghada came to my company for an interview. We knew each other from then on. There are more than 1,000 Chinese in the company. She worked and lived with us. Gradually, she got used to Chinese food and learned how to use chopsticks.
While working together in Tunisia, Ghada and Wang fell in love and married in 2010. After marrying, Ghada gave up her job to follow her husband back to his hometown and meet his family. Although she is fluent in Arabic and English, Ghada still had a major language gap to cross, as she couldn't speak Chinese at the time.
When I come to China, I meet my family here, my husband, the family. So the first time everyone speaking with me Chinese, so my husband need translate to me. So nothing I can understand, just be smiling to them. So this, I feel like I should learn Chinese. This give me power much to learn Chinese.
Ghada began to learn Chinese and made rapid progress. At that time, Wang was quite busy and seldom stayed at home. Ghada had to spend most of her time by herself. Considering Ghada's experience as an interpreter in Tunisia, the young couple considered making a change.
A colleague of mine in Tunisia is an Arabic interpreter. He graduated from Ningxia Muslim International Language College. He told me that Arabic is in large demand in the region. Ningxia is also a much better environment for Muslims, so he decided to move.
In 2012, Ghada and Wang came to Ningxia and settled in Yongning County in Yinchuan. As a native speaker of Arabic, Ghada successfully found a job as a language teacher at the college. Wang found employment with a real estate company thanks to his work experience in Tunisia. The couple said they have found value and happiness after coming all the way from the Middle East. Ghada and Wang found themselves right at home in Ningxia. 1/3 of the region's population are members of the Hui ethnic group. This group is made up of Chinese Muslims who share many similarities with Muslims from the Arab world. Knowledge of Arabic is a boon in Ningxia in terms of securing employment. Many Chinese with Arabic language skills start as interpreters and later open their own trade companies. In 2013, President Xi Jinping proposed creating a new Silk Road economic belt that would include joint efforts to rejuvenate trade and create new economic opportunities for countries along the ancient route. Ningxia has become a hub for investment from Arab countries since hosting the China-Arab States Expo, offering high-end products, convenient visa procedures, and favorable tax policies. Last year, China imported $140 billion in commodities from Arab countries, with Chinese investment reaching $2.2 billion. There is increasing demand for Arabic speakers, providing not only job opportunities for people like Ghada, but also giving local students an incentive to study the language.
The Arab world comprises 22 countries and territories of the Arab League. I think it'll be easy for Arabic language talents to get jobs as tour guides or secretaries. My ideal job is to be an Arabic teacher and teach more people about this language.
The school where Ghada works now has more than 1,500 students, while the number was less than 500 3 years ago. About 95% of them are of the Hui ethnic group. The sharp rise in enrollment has made Ghada busier, but she's happy to be making a difference.
I said to them, I'm not teacher, I'm your sister. So we here big the family. We need to speak in Arabic. And I feel as a student, be very excited about to learn Arabic.
Ghana is a great teacher. She teaches us not only the language, but also history and culture. Moreover, she herself likes to learn. She often asks us how to speak in Chinese when discussing something. She is such a good role model.
In order to provide high-level language instruction, Ningxia hosts the China-Arab States University Presidents Forum every 2 years to boost communication among universities and provide training for Arabic language teachers. Training is provided by top professors from several Arab universities. This year, more than 40 teachers from 15 universities around China received training. Although she is a native speaker herself, Gada still took part in the training sessions. She said they were a good chance to communicate with her colleagues across the country and find effective teaching methods. In May, the University of Khartoum, the largest and oldest university in Sudan, sent 14 teachers to provide 3 months of training at the Ningxia Muslim International Language College. 25-year-old Yosif Ahmed Abdallah is one of them. He previously spent half a year learning Chinese at the Confucius Institute in Sudan.
I can speak a little Chinese. I love Incheon and I love learning Chinese. I teach my students Arabic and they teach me Chinese sometimes.
Yosif said he will return to his homeland and continue studying Chinese after the training period is over. He said he hopes to help more Chinese work and live in Sudan. Yosif's hopes and dreams are not unlike Gada's, the difference being that she has chosen to pursue hers in Ningxia.
Living here like second my hometown. Every day speaking with the Chinese, but Chinese speaking Arabic with me. This is much like happiness. Happiness, give me happiness, really. And sometimes I feel like I come in is far away from my country. But sometimes I feel I still live in my country, actually, because everyone around me speaking with me Arabic. So this give me excited for living, give me happy for living. So really, I like living here.
There are 9 Arabic schools in Ningxia with about 4,000 students. The schools employ a combined total of 27 teachers from Arab countries. They and their students are playing an important role in boosting regional economies along the Silk Road and improving Sino-Arab relations.